Today we're going to take an in-depth look at what's happening in the Bahamas with the rescue efforts and the cleanup from Hurricane Dorian. That's coming up on today's Hot Zone.
This is the Hot Zone. Engaging with the news in a whole new way, international war correspondent Chuck Holton brings insight into areas of crisis and lets you help those affected.
Hey folks, Chuck Holton here. Imagine having your entire house just wiped out and being stuck on an island with no electricity, no water, very little food, no air conditioning, lots of bugs, and being sort of exposed to the elements. That's what the people in the Bahamas are facing right now. And there's a massive rescue effort underway that I want to just show you some pieces of today because there's so much happening, so many people mobilizing to get to the Bahamas and help out right now. And the people desperately need it. And so I want to just show you some of what I saw last week and what's happening right now to help the people in the Bahamas. So we're going to start with a little bit from the Prime Minister of the Bahamas, assuring the people there that things are getting taken care of. Check this out.
All of you will be treated with respect, so do not be afraid of my government. All of you will be treated equally. There's no discrimination here. We are all one.
The pregnant and the sick.
So I only want you to be patient. We can't move all of you at one time, but the boats will be coming in.
Okay?
Boats will be coming in
Okay.
on aircrafts, Bahamas Air and other aircrafts that we've contracted will be coming in for you. No, the rescue is not over until every single individual is cared for and rescued.
And what's the scale of that rescue that remains to be done?
We still have the keys. We have individuals moving throughout the keys, but it's a mass area we must cover. But we will cover them.
So despite their best efforts, the need is so great that there's just no way that they're going to be able to help all the people that need it in a timely fashion. And people are starting to get a little frustrated. Here's some interviews that were done with survivors of the hurricane and what they're saying about the situation there right now.
My immediate family be going through mourning, right? I haven't heard from them since the hurricane, and they haven't heard from me, so I don't know how they're situated, and they definitely don't know how I am situated. Right now, they're not sure if I'm living or dead. But if I can get out of here today, they would know today that I'm still quite alive. I survived.
People coming in your gun, and we witnessed this, coming in the house, taking stuff out, taking even your TV where they can't even use. Where they going with the TV? Just to scare you? We never had no gun pointed in our face. Never.
No clothes. Nobody have no clothes on their back to wear. We don't have no clothes. We don't have nothing.
A lot of family members, a lot of people that lost their life, we could be one of them. So today we just know the islands of Abaco need plenty help because all the businesses, water, gas, anything you name it, we don't have that in Abaco right now. Right now, like as we say, we don't know much because we're trying to put everything together. We don't know much right now, but our house and everything is collapsed. You know, there's many person in the same situation, but everything will be all right.
We try to get for a better life in Nassau or where we could best be safe, because right now we don't have no water, no food, no water to bathe. Them kids, they sick, in treatment, and then everything is loose, we lose everything, and we know, like, it's so hard, you know, we just, like, we need help.
I had to escape with 3 kids. Actually 5 kids, but 3 young ones. We nearly see death before our eyes. And I'm very grateful that God and I could give thanks to God for allowing us to see another day, because it wasn't our time.
Really bad because when my home collapsed and I felt like I almost died, you know, because a lot of people died and I thought I was gonna be one of them, and we just started praying and everything, and then we survived.
This right here now is, I had some friends from the U.S. They decided to donate 3 containers. We have 2 here presently here, 1 more, and all has water and some hand towels and some medical supplies and some air beds for the natives of Grand Bahama, which was devastated by Hurricane Dorian. So we're just trying to assist as best as we can.
Oh man, you ain't gotta worry about that. I had to get them out of there. I had to get them out of there.
Well, we've lost some family members, and we're all alive, and the people of Spanish Wells were so grateful to help us out, to get us here, and we're just thankful for all the other help. And it was to think that we've lost everything, you know, and we just thank the Lord that he is still with us. Yeah.
So check out these 2 guys. This is what just fires me up. These 2 Bahamian guys are saying, hey, let the women and children go. Let's get them off the island, get them to safety. We're going to stay behind and we're going to start rebuilding, because that's what men do. I love it. Check them out.
Well, I'm just hoping that I feel like the persons that don't need to be here, let's get them off of the island. I have a lot to contribute if you're going to rebuild the island. You telling me now just to pack up and leave and sit in the corner for me to wait for somebody to give me a meal, or, you know, that just isn't a part of my DNA, so for me that's hard. They were just popping out. I realized the damage I have water damage, but I don't have any structural damage.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah.
The felt is still on. I'll show you what I have, you know? I mean, this, and I would have really had more stuff, but like I said, I just got back on the island Friday.
This is the aftermath of everyone's nightmare. Even me, for myself, I underestimated the storm. I thought, you know, I would have a few leaks, and I don't live here. I live on Holton, and I just had to come to help out my father-in-law to try to repair his roof. And where I was staying in Holton, that is completely gone. I would say it did make sense to where the women and children, elderlies could go. I'm a guy, you know, I have to stay. Somebody has to stay to help clean this up.
Abaco is a prime location. This is one of our main tourist attraction destination. So if you have a place that puts so much revenue into a country, do you think you would abandon it? I doubt it. I strongly doubt it. That's why I'm not willing to leave.
So the U.S. government and the U.S. military are also helping out quite a bit, sending millions of dollars in aid, and U.S. Border Patrol and Customs agents with helicopters, as well as the U.S. military. Here are some little packages about what's going on from the U.S. government to help the Bahamians.
Yesterday there was little pockets, I would say, of devastation. You had some places that looked like they had seen small parts of the storm, and other places where you had homes that were completely leveled and still flooded as of yesterday. The crews have been in high spirits, so we've been working hard. Our primary mission yesterday was just getting people off the island with medical emergencies specifically. And we did a couple rounds of that, my crew did. And today we were tasked with trying to find smaller islands that were kind of out of touch or haven't been yet to be touched by our assets or other assets, you know, Navy, CBP that are out here. We were down this morning, down on a couple of remote islands, and we came across one. We got some coordinates from another helicopter. We came across the island and there were about 150 people on the island. It was completely devastated. All the homes were completely flattened, vegetation gone. And when we got there, there had already been about 10 to 15 people medevaced. And when we got there, there were 10 people roughly with varying injuries. Some possible fractures, some people said that their homes had fallen on them. So our main priority was getting the most injured out. And as we were trying to triage and talking to these people, some of the locals were saying, we don't have any food, we don't have any supplies. So right now we're going to go back out. We have about 60 cases of water. We're taking them back out to the island right now. Today is the 5th, and our crew got, I think, about 10 people. I know other crews have gotten 10 or so people as well. Those numbers will probably go up.
In support of the hurricanes, I'm going to use my civilian knowledge as far as an EMT for Putnam County to help out patients coming out of MacDill, Florida, where we're staging at. So I think as far as my civilian career, it definitely helps in providing that initial response and just secondhand nature of being responsive to whatever the patient needs. Therefore, I can see the patient, and just like I would come up to it from being on the truck standpoint, I can approach it just the same way on the plane. As far as equipment that we bring on the aircraft, it would be a suction apparatus. We have a Zoll Monitor MD, which is it can do many capabilities such as pacing, defibrillator, even cardio synchronization. We have a BVM even for simpler things like helping you breathe. We have airway adjuncts to clear your airway or to help you breathe after we clear your airway with our suction apparatus. And that's about it. Since this is my first time doing hurricane relief duty, I am excited to finally step into this realm. It's something that AE is supposed to be doing and supports regularly, and this is my first opportunity and I'm super excited. So from previous exercises, what I've learned about helping out with natural disasters would be we do turn almost any aircraft that we can find and turn it into kind of a flying hospital. We can take upwards of 90 patients if we have to, coming on litters or if they can walk, wheelchairs. We just recently took crutches, which is awesome, walkers. Any way we can get you from one place to another for a higher level of care, we will do it. So our primary theater, the theater I just came back from, was Bagram, Afghanistan, and we saw a lot of blast injuries and even, like you said, heart attacks is what we kind of see, injuries of every kind. More stateside and probably more for the hurricane, we'll see more of like walkie-talkies. Hopefully we're decompensating hospitals. We're taking patients from that kind of hospital with wound care, ortho injuries, and taking them to a high level of care.
You know, the U.S. government isn't the only one helping the Bahamians. There's even more money coming in from U.S. donors, from churches and people like you and me who are sending aid to help. And here's a couple of those people.
Yeah, it mightn't be hot, right? Yeah, we're providing much needed water, food, baby diapers and wipes, and just all around anything that they need. We're also helping evacuate people off the island, getting them back into Nassau for those people who have no place to live. There's some supplies like
Come on.
stuff.
I'm not gonna be able to. This is 5. This is 5.
These can fit? These fit?
I think they still get a future. As long as they stick together and we all work together, they'll be back up and running no time soon.
Family. Yeah, family of 4. And a family of 4.
Alive Telecom, which is one of the telecommunications company down here, we've decided to help out in our way. So we send a ship full of supplies, whether it be supplies for our network as well. We send down 2 mobile towers, but also gasoline, fuel, and the likes, just those basic supplies. But also we send a 40-foot container for individuals for whether it be food supplies and also clothing as well.
Operation Blessing is also helping out, and that's the one I would recommend that you give to if you want to make a difference and help the Bahamians, because I know those guys, and I know that every dollar you give to Operation Blessing, they find ways to multiply that money by saying, for example, we will get the boat to take the aid over there, and then they get corporations to donate the goods to put on the boat. So your funding goes to help rent the boat, but that gets multiplied 5 or 6 times by the amount of donations that we collect then, because we have the transportation to get that in. So I would highly recommend you go to ob.org and recommend that you donate there to help the people of the Bahamas. And let's make a difference for these people. They're in desperate need right now. And let's hope that we never have to find ourselves in that kind of a situation, but we can help those who are. That's what we do here at the Hot Zone. We don't just make the news, we make the news better. So thanks for being a part of it. I'm Chuck Holton, and I'll see you again tomorrow.
The Hot Zone is produced by Amy Holton and Livefire Media. Copyright 2019.